Yo, what is going on YouTube? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing out there today, man? Welcome back. So today we're going to be checking out Buffalo Springfield, all right, with Mr. Soul right here, man. I want to thank you guys for joining me here today, man. Just looking at the album cover here, taking it in now, seeing all five gentlemen, and being able to actually recognize one that I have reacted to a lot here. Is Neil Young, man. So that's pretty cool. So let's jump into this. This is maybe my third song from Buffalo Springfield to this point. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this one. This one was suggested down in the comment sections, I think, on my For What It's Worth video. So thank you guys so much for those suggestions. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. Here we go.
Oh, hello, Mr. Soul. I dropped by to pick up a reason for the thought that I've caught that my head is the event of the season. Why in crowds just a trace of my face could seem so pleasing. I'll cop out to the change, but a stranger is putting the tease on. I was down on the frown when the messenger brought me a letter. I was raised by the praise of a fan who said I upset her. Any girl in the world could have easily known me better. She said, "You're strange, but don't change," and I let her. The smile on my face turned to plaster. Stick around while the clown who is sick does the trick of disaster. For the race of my head and my face is moving much faster. Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
Aw, dude.
Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask
That song's vibing, man.
Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask?
Dang, this had to be like... I hope this was big. I hope this was a big song when this came out, man. That thing's rocking, man. That thing is rocking. Definitely rocking for the 60s, which is when I think this one's coming out right here. The last one I did, which I think was Bluebird, maybe it's off the same album, was in the 60s, right? So let's check that out. Let's look at the background information on this one with Buffalo Springfield, man. This thing was slapping, dude. I really enjoyed this one, man. And like I said, I've become familiar with Neil Young. That sounds like him singing right there on this track. And he brings in just that grungy kind of aspect to it. I love the kind of trading off solos going on. You get it in your right ear, you get it center, you get it left ear. It's just, and then you back into the right, man. Really good stuff. This was a grooving track, man. This was a grooving song right here. Let's jump into some of the history on it. So we've got Mr. Soul right here, released in 1967, considered folk rock, psychedelic rock, hard rock, R&B, and that's kind of where I was going with this one, man. This sounded like some hardish type of rock and roll, man. It sounded a little heavier than the stuff I'm used to in the 60s, man. Definitely getting into the harder style of music, and I was enjoying that, man. This is only 2 minutes 35 seconds of song with Neil Young as the songwriter. All right, Mr. Soul is a song recorded by the Canadian American rock band Buffalo Springfield in 1967. All right, Mr. Soul is about Neil Young's personal problems with fame and disregard towards rock stardom. It was written by Young after experiencing an epilepsy attack after an early show with Buffalo Springfield in San Francisco. Many people in the audience were questioning if it was part of the act. While being a patient at the UCLA Medical Center, he wrote the song once he was awake and recovering and told to return for further tests. The lyrics had reflected Young's experience, feeling as though he was about to die. All right. Thereupon, he was advised by his doctor to never take LSD or any other hallucinogenic drugs. Well, I wonder if he listened. I don't know Young's life, but I know some of my scares was enough to push me away. I don't know if it was enough to push him away completely at the time. All right, so Young stated that a lot of songs take a long time to write. Generally, they take an hour and a half, 2 hours to write, but this one took only 5 minutes. The main riff of the song is based off of a modified version of the riff used in the Rolling Stones' Satisfaction. Young subsequently recorded several other versions of the song, often with marked stylistic changes. The song has been described by music writers as folk rock, psychedelic rock, hard rock, and R&B. With this one, I was getting a feeling that he was talking about something in relation to stardom, talking about how they say, hey, never change. So he left her, right? Because that's what he would have done. Maybe he was willing to change for this person, but she was liking the chaos and was like, never change. He's like, all right, well, if I'm not going to change, the me that you knew would just leave you in this moment and go get another girl. So he didn't change and he stayed true. So I was getting something along the lines of, yeah, you know, stardom, how your status can affect relationships and stuff like that. Didn't know it was about a near-death experience, you know, and a scare. So that's interesting, man. But I have heard that Neil Young struggled, and maybe I don't know how long, but yeah, he struggled with the fact of fame and stardom. He's kind of more maybe conservative with his own lifestyle, and you can't be conservative when you're out there doing rock and roll, right? Or doing rock in any capacity, and you're famous, man. So that was part of his struggle, man. I appreciate this one. I want to check it out as well, because after it was suggested in the comment sections, I was looking it up, and I think this song was paired on some albums, maybe greatest hits or whatever, with For What It's Worth. I almost did a version that I found where it's For What It's Worth with Mr. Soul, but I was like, let me hear Mr. Soul by itself first, and we'll see if we revisit that at another time, man. So thank you guys for tuning in here. Let me know if you've ever heard those songs paired up, and if that's a good way to do it. I enjoy both, so man, that'd be great to hear them both again, you know what I mean? So thank you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. If you did, please let me know by liking, subscribing, and checking out the descriptions down below. Please consider becoming a member here on my YouTube or Patreon for as little as $3, man. It's an amazing way to support me. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.